Hi, thanks for coming back. I'm Paul Chartier. Lexington Rescue Mission, Jim Connell, Jim Leo. You're the Executive Director, Jim Connell. Tell us a little bit about the Rescue Mission.
The Rescue Mission is about 7 years old. I moved down from Indiana April 1st of 2001 to start the mission, and just felt that this locality needed a Christian-based service organization that would help the hungry and the needy, the poor, and so I believed God's call was on our life, and so I came down to start the mission.
So you started this from nothing?
Right.
Nothing?
Correct.
Where are you located?
We have several locations. Our first mission building is near 7th and Limestone. We have a 2-story building there that houses a men's recovery program where we can house about 14 men going through a recovery program. Then we have a thrift store, which is at Bryan Avenue near Loudon. And then we have an outreach center over at Glenarvan Avenue, 444 Glenarvan Avenue off Georgetown Street. Then we have a home that we rent on Maryland Avenue.
Mm-hmm. So you're sprinkled out throughout maybe the northern quadrant of Lexington.
That's right.
And if you keep track on an annual basis, how many people do you think you touch every year?
We probably touch a few thousand people every year in different ways. We probably see 50 men through our recovery program in a given year, and we have, of course, hundreds of people that come through our thrift store, which is really a ministry in itself. And we also have a food program where we serve the hungry 3 days a week, and we do a Thanksgiving dinner, a Christmas dinner, a block party, and so we serve a lot of different people who come for the compassionate services that we have to offer. So there's a lot of people that get served.
Where do you get the food that you serve every day? Is it through donations of food? Is it donations through funds, or what do you do?
It's a combination of things. We have churches, for example, that will collect food items for us. We also work with a organization that has a culinary school, and they will do some cooking for us, and we pay them for the food cost and save the labor cost.
Very nice. Jim Leo, what brings you in to do the program?
Well, I had did some years of sobriety in AA, and one of the parts of Alcoholics Anonymous is God. And I never grasped that. I kind of white-knuckled my sobriety for years. And the last time I crashed and burned, a friend of mine brought me to the rescue mission. And I told myself it was the end of the road, and this was the time. And I received Christ and the Holy Spirit, and Jim and his wife and the family over there just redirected my thinking and brought me into a new way of living, and my life is just amazing. And the hope I have today is enough to share, and I had no hope before this.
And how many years ago have you gone from no hope to where you are right now?
It's about 4 years now.
So people watching that may be in despair, that may think, this is it, there's nothing bright in my future. 4 years later, here you are, you've got a family.
Oh, yes.
And a job.
Yes, sir. Well, a good job and a mortgage. I have everything man has.
And you're sleeping okay at night.
Wonderful.
But you want to give back.
It's what's necessary. What I've received, if I don't give it away, it would be a shame. It would just be a waste. It would be a waste. And it's just it's a wonderful thing. Just to spend time with people doing God's work. It makes my whole life better. It's like the Grinch.
So is it a big house? Is it a boat? Is it a mink coat? Is it the newest, latest fashion? Is it a flat screen TV? What makes Jim Leo happy?
Sharing what God's given me. That's knowing that somebody's getting fed, that I'm helping to just be as small as part as I could be of this program.
And what do you do for the program, Jim?
Well, there's class on Thursday night that it started up about a month ago, and we're going to be teaching life skills. And basically, it's AA and Christian-based AA, and that's where AA came from. And we're going to be teaching what Jim and Becky taught me And there's a few of us there that have learned it, and we just want to give back what we learned.
So Jim Connell, what a gift to have Jim Leo involved in your program. He's been through the program, he now wants to give back. For people that have not been through the program, that do want to volunteer or to contact you to find out what ways they could help, is there a phone number they can call and a website that they can go to?
Sure. Our phone number is 381-9600, and our website is www.lexingtonrescue.org.
Or one of the designs of this program is to invigorate people and let them know about volunteer opportunities in Lexington. And Jim, as a volunteer, what did you go through in your mind to think, do I want to volunteer, don't I want to volunteer? And then what do you get back emotionally from volunteering?
Now, the first time I fed a mother and 3 small children who were emaciated, and they came to the mission and they needed some food, and you could see the tears in their eyes. When I handed them the food, it was just...
Yeah. And as we train our children to give back, we can tell them about how important it is to give back. We can tell them that there are hungry people in town. But when they see it and they can physically hand the needy something, whether it's clothes or food or something, that has a huge impact on what's going on. And are the volunteer activities that you have and opportunities, are they on the weekends as well, that maybe families can bring their kids and pass that baton to the next generation and have them then, when they get older, start doing what their parents are doing today?
Yes, we have Saturday opportunities as well as opportunities through the week. We also do special events through the year with a Thanksgiving dinner and a Christmas dinner. We usually see over 100 volunteers on each of those dinners, and families will come. And we've done, I believe, 7 Thanksgiving dinners now, and we've seen some families grow up because we see them every Thanksgiving. And I know when those kids get older, they're going to be doing the same thing with their kids, passing along the baton.
I've said this before, other communities may have the same thing. I live in Lexington. This is a very generous and giving community, and there are some great things happening. I've got to ask you, for your thrift store, we've talked about food. For the thrift store, do you take donations of clothing?
We take donations of anything you can find in your house.
Where would they go to donate that stuff?
We ask them to donate them at our thrift store, which is at 720 Bryan Avenue.
Tell me what it's near.
Bryan Avenue is starts right about north of the railroad tracks, just north of 7th Street.
Okay.
It begins to angle, and the thrift store is the building right there in the corner of Bryan Avenue and the railroad tracks.
Okay.
And there's a large building there. It used to be a parachute manufacturing company, but we sell just about every household item possible. We sell a lot of bedding materials, a lot of furniture and household appliances, and clothing, a lot of clothing. So we just would encourage anybody that's got some extra things that they don't need to bring them down and donate them to the thrift store. And if they want to shop at a thrift store, practically everything hanging is $1.49. So you can get a marvelous deal by shopping at the thrift store.
Working for Fifth Third, could you not make it $1.53?
That's a good idea.
Just ask. We don't want the prices to go up, though. When you look for volunteers, and I'm pushing volunteers because people like to volunteer, do you take Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout troops, church groups? Individuals are great. If you can unlock the door to a group of people, that might accumulate for years. We
have had so many different kinds of groups, whether they're juniors or senior high students, or groups of college kids, Sunday school classes, groups from Lexington, groups from outside of Lexington, outside of Kentucky. We've had all kinds of groups, and our goal is never to turn a group away. So if you have a group that's interested, we want to figure out a way that we can make a win-win and bring them into the mission. A lot of people end up dividing into a group that might work at the thrift store on a Saturday, and a group that might come over and do some painting at the outreach center or at our limestone facility. And so we do our best to make it a very valuable experience for those groups.
In our last minute, please give the phone number and website again.
The phone number is 381-9600, and the website is www.lexingtonrescue.org.
Jim Connell, Jim Leo, you got the last 15 seconds, your plea for people to volunteer. Go.
If you want your heart to grow, come and give. It's better to give than receive. I didn't believe it until I did it, and now I know.
There's no better way to close a program than that. Thank you, and good
Amen.
luck in 2008.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.